Let's now introduce Christina from Easy Bean, the Easy Bee Company. I'm really impressed with what I saw recently. These are pots of beans that you can eat straight from the pot. You can heat up if you want. You can take it to work. You can put it in your bag if you're going to be on a train trip or a plane trip or something like that. I just wish they were more readily available so you could pick them up from places like Boots and so on, or some of our high street stores. But anyway, you can get them online. Heck, why am I telling you about all this? Because here's the person that really knows.
They're an amazingly healthy food and underrated, we would say. And if you go outside of the UK, we're an island when it comes to beans because we just don't fully understand them. You go to other parts of Europe, then they're very popular. You think of the cassoulet, then they celebrate the haricot bean, and Italians are known as the nation of bean lovers. So, and then of course we all know about Asian cuisine where they utilise pulses very well indeed.
So what are you doing? You're not just selling bags of beans, are you? Kind of Jack and the Beanstalk style. You've actually got the pots. You've put them together in the sauces as ready meals.
Exactly. We appreciate that people want to eat healthy food, but they're perhaps short of time. So we're making, as the name suggests, Easy Bean, we're making the task a little easier. So we have a healthy one-pot meal. In fact, it's the original one-pot meal. We launched at the end of 2007. Lots of other variations have come onto the market since, but we've got a few points of difference. One being that we're the only fair trade ready meal in the UK. We're very proud of that. In fact, we're proud of the fact that we won an award for Best Fair Trade Business this year. So, because it's a lot of hard work to have achieved fair trade status on what we would call a composite food, where it's got lots of ingredients in it.
So let's talk about some of the ingredients, because you've got some of your meals here. What flavours do you have?
One of our popular ones is the Moroccan tagine, which is chickpea and aubergine and butternut squash in an aromatic spicy sauce. A non-spicy one, which is popular, is our French lentil cuisiné, and that's green lentils with sweet chestnuts, so that's quite unusual, but you can eat all of these by themselves at lunchtime, say, instead of a sandwich. Or I've just mentioned the lentil one. You could serve that with sausages if you're a meat eater, or a vegetarian sausage, of course, or a nice root mash. So they're quite versatile.
And some of the other flavours, because you've got, 5 in the range?
We've got a New Mexican chili, we've got the Spanish puchero, which has got chorizo sausage in it, and then we've got an Indian sambar dal. So that's a dal from the south of India, so the flavours are quite different to what most people associate with Indian cuisine.
And you call it food with soul, don't you? Which is a fantastic phrase.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. It's home cooking. It's the kind of recipes that are passed down from one generation to the next, because it is food of the home. We've tried to be as authentic as we possibly can. We have something very exciting, though, in the pipeline, and it should be in the shops in September. We've got chickpea crisp bread.
Wow, that sounds unusual, right?
I think it's probably a world first. We're going to be making them ourselves. We're using chickpea flour. It's naturally gluten-free. We are using dairy. In fact, we're using buttermilk from the farm next to us. We're based in rural Somerset. And then each of the crisp breads is topped with different seeds. Or one of them is a toasted mung bean and chive, which is our most kind of avant-garde. We're really excited about this launch. We want to go into other food ranges where we're championing the bean, basically. We're putting the bean in a new light. We're saying, this is such a fantastic food. It's rich in protein, it's high fibre, it reduces cholesterol. It's all these wonderful things, and people don't really know what to do with them. So we're saying, look, you can have some really great tasting food where you're using pulses.
And really useful to take to work or something like that, put in a bag instead of one of those noodles that might be in a pot, one of those things which is full of
sorts of strange numbers and words you've never heard of unless you happen to be a chemist.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things I haven't mentioned is that we're very strict in terms of when we say all natural, we really do mean all natural. So, I mean, I mentioned that we've got one with chorizo in it. Well, that is 100% natural, as well as being gluten and dairy free.
You seem to have quite a strong ethos. Where does all this come from? What is your personal background?
Well, I trained as an agriculturalist, actually. I was brought up on a farm, but I worked in agricultural development in lots of different countries, in Africa and in South America.
So that's your taste from international cuisine and farming and so on?
Exactly. A mother who was a home economist, so, I mean, food and farming go together as far as I'm concerned. And then I've worked in the food industry for quite a while as well. So it's just bringing it all together, and I have a really strong belief in sort of fair trading principles, so it's dear to my heart, fair trade.
What about your distribution, finally? How do you work that out? Because obviously a small company, which is its sights on obviously getting bigger, but it's getting a foothold, isn't it, in that distribution network?
Yes, no, that is tough. It's particularly tough with the sort of chill-prepared food. We've had lots of competition, and of course the supermarkets now, their main kind of focus is on own label, so we appreciate that, but we've got a strong following, and sort of one of our major stockists is Ocado, and they're nationwide, so that's good for us. We're in a northern chain of stores called Booths, which those people who live in Yorkshire and Cumbria will be very familiar with. Then we can also supply people directly.
And also you've got a link with one of your local universities in the West Country.
We have, yes. We've got a new project with Bath University, but it started off to a tremendous start, a lot of interest. And so, yeah, we're introducing healthy eating to the Bath campus.
To the students.
Yes.
Okay, perhaps not before time. Okay, so look out for Easy Bean. Really great logo. It's the logo of a bean. You really can't miss it.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.